Stop calling yourself a business owner. It's just holding you back. That's this week on An Intentional Business Life. Hi guys, how you going? Welcome to An Intentional Business Life, where the intention of our business is to make us a ton of money so we can just enjoy the life that we want to. And this week on Intentional Business Life, I'm talking about how people go around calling themselves business owners and how that can be actually holding you back from success. You know, I've even heard people call themselves solopreneurs. Solopreneurs, mad? That's crazy. That's really going to limit you. Or mumpreneurs. Oh my goodness. People come up with some crazy stuff, but it just limits you. As to the term business owner, and that's what I want to talk about this week. You're actually not, if you really want to have that massive success, don't call yourself a business owner. You're a business builder. You build businesses. You're either building one business at the moment or multiple businesses. It doesn't matter. But you are a business builder. Now, there are two types of people that really do well in the business building arena. They are the same, but they're opposites. So the same people, well, the same coin, but two sides of the same coin. And they are entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs. And I want to talk about this a little bit because people get confused of which one they're best matched to, you know. And maybe it's just society tells us we've got to call ourselves an entrepreneur all the time, when really an entrepreneur can be just as successful, make just as much money, and normally they work alongside entrepreneurs and vice versa. A good entrepreneur is always looking for a good intrapreneur. So let me explain the differences on that, and then we're going to get into some of these business building strategies that you can employ. And I'm about to run into a couple of absolutely gorgeous dogs. G'day mate, how you going? People don't need to let their dogs run wild. He was gorgeous though. Okay, so entrepreneur. So when you think of your business, you've got to think in, entrepreneurs tend to think, well, let's call it a jigsaw puzzle. So what they do is they design the actual picture and do what I call the main blocking in. So say we're making a jigsaw puzzle, and maybe it's a scene of London in the UK. So we're going to have the London Bridge maybe, they'll include Big Ben, they'll put in the River Thames, you know, they'll have a skyline in there, and they're thinking big picture, big chunks, and they'll put all these together to make a complete picture. Now that's an analogy, obviously. What they're really doing when it comes to business, they're looking at the main thing. Say it's one of the companies I'm forming at the moment, hydroponic greenhouses. They'll go, okay, so I need the greenhouse structure, then I'll need all the hydroponic equipment, I'll need land, I'll need some government grants, I want the right people around me, and they'll make the list of those things and where they can get them, and then they put them together in a very broad plan. And I just call it blocking in. And they do the blocking in stage. Now, an entrepreneur is the person who comes along and models it all up, puts more detail in, puts all the compliance paperwork in there, helps get the paperwork ready for the funding, you know, builds those pitch decks. They start structuring more, they start modeling the company. So when you look at it, it actually all starts to make sense and gel. Now, this, just to give you an example, when Steve Jobs made Apple computers, I think he took about 100 million as an entrepreneur. But when he got the best entrepreneur, and I can't think of his name for the life of it, it's just slipped away, and I'm not near a computer, I'm near bolts, so I can't look it up for you. But that guy took the company to $1 trillion. So a good entrepreneur, and made himself a multi-millionaire along the process. So a good entrepreneur works with entrepreneurs. They're more developing the modeling side and really launching these companies to the next level. So you have to decide, are you somebody that can take an idea, a concept idea, spot an opportunity, put all the pieces together as a jigsaw, get all the right pictures, make a great picture out of it, get it all set up? Are you one of them? Or you're the entrepreneur who loves to step in. Okay, they've done that part of the job. You step in and you can start doing all the modeling and really launch it to the next stage. You know, quite often when I'm looking for entrepreneurs to join me in companies, what I am looking for is people who use the language, you know, if I had this business, I'd do this, this, this. Or people who tell me, look, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be there. I did this, I did that, they took the credit, but I took the company from here to here. What you're actually listening to is a really good entrepreneur, super, super valuable. When you hear people who've got ideas, block it all together, you're really listening to an entrepreneur. Now, why do I say they should work together? Because working together becomes super successful. But a lot of people, when they say I'm a business owner, the reason it's restrictive, you know, solopreneur, mumpreneur, oh God, give me a break. Sorry, someone's going to put comments in the bottom there. But no, when you're a business builder, your attitude changes. So as a business owner, you kind of always want to be at the top. You're the only one that can do it. You know, you employ people. That's kind of your attitude. As a business builder, we tend to have different attitudes. So let me ask you this. How much of Apple computers did Steve Jobs actually own? What's his percentage of ownership? I think it was round about the 30 or 32%, and it may have even shrunk after that. So, oh my goodness, so there he is, he's got about 32% of a company, so it's not actually his company. He's responsible for building it. He was CEO for a long time, and his concept, along with, whatever the guy's name, who, I should remember that, it's terrible, isn't it? But his business partner. So if you have to think about, if you have a look at Richard Branson, 40 companies in goodness knows how many countries, well over 150 countries I think that he's in now. What percentage of ownership does Richard Branson have in his companies? You will find it is round about, I think it was about 18%, maybe 20% last time I was looking at a broad spectrum, a broad sheet on that. You look at Ellon Musk. What percentage of a company does Ellon Musk got? The richest man in the world. I'm telling you, it's around 23, 25%. It's somewhere round about there, depending on which company, whether we're talking SpaceX, whether we're talking, is Tesla motor cars, depending on what we're actually talking about here. But yeah, there's a really big clue, guys. These guys are business builders, not business owners. Their job is to build businesses. They put them together. Some of them are entrepreneurs, some of them are entrepreneurs. Those three are probably entrepreneurs. They come up with broad concepts. And sitting right alongside them, who's probably got just as much of a share in the company as they do, are their entrepreneur guys. And they're the quiet ones. They may not be the figurehead of the company. Some of them are, but quite often these guys are quiet, but they're doing the modeling. So something here for you to consider, and I think it really does hold people back. When they're a business owner, they have no intention of letting anybody else have shares in their company. It's theirs and theirs alone. This is an emotional challenge to get over. It really is. But when you get over it, and you're no longer the owner, and you're the person responsible for building this business, you kind of stepped outside looking inwards, it will free you up. It will free you up to attract the right talent. It'll free you up to scale your business from wherever it is to wherever you want it to go. It will free you up to look for those correct people to put in place. If you're an entrepreneur and you love doing the modeling and you're really good at strategy and you love that bit, find yourself an entrepreneur who open up the new opportunities, who are blocking new stuff, who will bring you new pictures of what this company can actually be. And yeah, all the most successful, richest people in the world have shareholders in their companies. And you can too. It's only a mind shift. There is no difference between you, me, anybody else. All my companies have had shareholders, all of them. I don't consider myself as a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I know what I'm good at. I'm good at listening to a concept, putting an idea together, or grabbing an opportunity, putting all the block pieces. My other skill is I'm really good at identifying really good entrepreneurs and grabbing them into the company with me. But my number one is I'm always willing to share. I'm always willing to divvy up the shares in the company, so I don't own it. I really don't. I'm a major player. I might have a good, decent bit of stock in there, but I'd like to be fairly even with most of the people that I'm working with, my key players. If you really want to grow your business, I know that people don't talk about this, but make it a share held company. You can start off as a privately held share company. You can then go to an unlisted public company. That means it's somewhere where they can actually trade these shares on and off and things like that, and then before you can go to a fully listed company. So there are stages, but if you can shift your mindset around this, that you're going to have a business, you're going to have a company, a real company, and real companies have got shareholders. They got shareholders. It's scary for some, but really it's not. It's only a game. It's really only a game. So that's really what you want to be looking for. No longer calling yourself a business owner. You are now going to be a business builder, and you're going to look at having share-held company, which really means that if you're an entrepreneur, you need to get an entrepreneur, and if you're an entrepreneur, you need to get an entrepreneur. One question on that, because people say, well, where does management fit? Well, they're the detail people. They're the finessing people. Your entrepreneur blocks it all in, puts all the pieces, gets the concept, gets the idea, gets it up. Your entrepreneur then comes in with a strategy and the more modeling of this thing and starts to refine it down. But the finer detail, the day-to-day operation, those little tweaks that need to be made, listening to the customer feedback and tweaking it and seeing where the market's going, that finer detail then is management's responsibility. It's not the entrepreneur's responsibility, and they probably don't want to get involved in it. It's not the entrepreneur's responsibility, because they're more broad concept. They're still a little bit more detailed than an entrepreneur, but they really do digging into strategies, and they want people underneath them implementing what they say. And those people are called managers. This is how you're going to construct your company. Guys, it may be a little bit different way of thinking. I may be talking stuff that you think, I can't do this, but the truth is, you can. You can do this. Identify which one you like. Now, if I was a manager, if I'm just really good at managing people and managing day to day, and I love that stuff, who are the two other people I'm going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. It's rare it works that way. If you know a business owner who's got out by themselves, I don't care if you're a mum and dad working from home, it don't matter. If you've gone out by yourself, you're probably an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur. Think in those terms. Think about building a business, not owning a business. It will shift everything. Look, if you've got any questions on it, because I know it's probably a concept that some people think, I can't do that. The answer is yes, you can. Put some comments, ask me questions. I'm really happy to help. It's a lot of fun. It really does up the game and really does let you scale to that next level of success. I'll see you next time on An Intentional Business Life.